Today we're going to be discussing how to evaluate an offer on your home. Hi, I'm Chad Schwendeman, broker-owner of Exit Lakes Realty Premier, and welcome to my video blog. Today we're going to be discussing how to evaluate an offer on your home. But before we begin, there's two links I want to point out on my video blog. The first link discusses home evaluation. You can click on this link and request a free home evaluation. It doesn't cost anything. It's actually computer generated, so it's going to give you a computerized valuation of your home. The second link discusses buying a home. So you can click on search all homes. This is going to bring up all homes for sale in our marketplace. Whether it's listed with my company or any other company, all the homes in the MLS will be listed on this site. Now back to our topic. There are 5 important points that we're going to talk about today on how to navigate through an offer once you receive an offer on your home. The first point is pre-approval. It is critical in today's market that any offer that's submitted has a pre-approval letter. This way you know that that buyer has the wherewithal to purchase your home. The last thing we want to see is an offer with no pre-approval letter, or they're working on it, because essentially that means they have not gone through the proper steps of getting pre-approved and hence may not be able to purchase your home. So regardless of the price of the offer, it's absolutely critical that we have a pre-approval letter. The second point is down payment. We'll see a lot of offers with very little down. The more money they have down, typically the stronger the buyer is. So obviously if they're putting 20% down or more, we know that that's a very solid buyer. On the flip side, there's programs out there, for example, like rural development, where they have no money down. And not saying that's not a qualified buyer, but they maybe are brand new in the marketplace, first-time home buyer, and a lot of times those are a little bit riskier of a buyer to work with. The third point is, do they have an existing home to sell before they can purchase it? This is called a contingent offer. I'm not a big fan of contingent offers in today's marketplace because essentially you're accepting an offer contingent upon the sale of their home. So you're hoping their home is going to sell, and hence if it sells, you'll be able to buy your home. So again, I'm not a big fan of contingent offers because it does tend to slow down the showings on your home, because some agents will not show a home that's contingent upon the sale of another house for fear that their buyers will fall in love with the home and then won't be able to purchase it. The fourth point is going to be closing date. In today's marketplace, it's very common to see 6 to 8 weeks for closing. With that said, we've seen a lot of offers where could be coming in on a lake home, for example, and the buyers want to push that closing out for 6 months till next spring or next summer. I'm not a huge fan of that because there's a lot that can go wrong between now and 6 months. Maybe they get laid off, maybe they just change their mind, or another home comes on the market. So we really like to have a tight closing date. Preferably 6 weeks is ideal. That way we know it gives the lender plenty of time to get the loan completed, the title company get their title work done, and more importantly, it shortens that time frame. So we don't like to drag them out for 6 months. The final point is a cash transaction. This is ideal. Obviously in today's marketplace, cash is king. So if you have an offer that comes in, I've actually had sellers that have taken an offer for less money, but it was cash with no contingencies, versus that buyer who is contingent on financing, contingent on a home inspection. So obviously, anytime you get an offer, if it's a cash offer, that's something you really want to look at very closely. And like I said, in some cases, it might actually be worth taking a little less money to know you have a cash offer and you don't have to worry about appraisal issues, mortgage issues, credit issues, people getting laid off, those types of items. Navigating an offer in today's marketplace is very challenging, and we'll be more than happy to help you navigate through an offer. You can always reach me direct at 218-831-HOME. That's 218-831-4663, or just reply via email. You can return apply here on my video blog, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video blog. Have a wonderful day.